Yo! Welcome back to Brenth Lab, where we transform obstacles into opportunities and anxiety into strength. Today, we're diving into one of the most important topics we've ever covered, developing your own concept of God or a higher power. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of why society's traditional systems of belief might be keeping you from discovering your own connection with the divine. And you'll learn how to develop a personal concept of a higher power that aligns with your own journey in truth. We'll talk about how religion, faith, and dogma often become barriers to the very thing they claim to reveal. We'll also explore how every culture throughout history has developed its own concept of God, and why you have the right to do the same, free from pressure or guilt. Breaking free from religious dogma. Let's start with the system we're born into. For many of us, religion is something we inherit, often before we even understand what it means. Society, culture, and family may offer us a pre-packaged belief system that we're expected to adopt. A higher power, the creator, the oneness, the divine, God, or whatever you want to call it. It's your world. I'm just a YouTube character in it. By the way, please don't get hung up on the name or anything relating to your God concept. Anthony DeMello said the final barrier to the vision of God is your God concept. The highest knowledge of God is to know God as unknowable. It's important to distinguish between religion and faith. Religion is structured, it has rules, commandments, and doctrines. But faith is personal. It's an experience. It's about connection. Anthony DeMello said meditating on and imitating externally the behavior of Jesus is no help. It's not a question of imitating Christ. It's a question of becoming what Christ was. Gang, this is hard for someone like me to explain.
Now, take the lid off the jar.
Religion tries to get you to imitate Christ. Faith, on the other hand, is what Christ actually wanted for you. Faith is about becoming. It's not about following someone else's rules. It's about finding your own truth, finding your own relationship with the non-secular world. I am not even going to try and pronounce his name. But this dude said, "We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience." Every culture has created their own concept of God. Throughout history, every culture has developed its own concept of God, gods, or a higher power. For example, the Greek pantheon, the Hindu Brahman, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Norse gods, the Buddhist idea of enlightenment. How do you pronounce this?
Zoroastrianism.
Islamic Allah, the Tao and Taoism, Celtic Druidic gods, Aztec gods, ancient Egyptian deities, Shinto kami, and the list goes on and on and on. Gang, these are all different expressions of the same search. The search for connection, meaning, and truth. I want to be perfectly clear. I am not speaking for or against any one particular belief system. I am also not making the claim that I don't have my own personal biases or beliefs towards one or the other. I am simply trying to emphasize the importance of exploring and developing your own concept of a higher power. You have the right to find and or build and or create a belief system that feels true to you, one that resonates with your personal experience. Commandments and rules are external, often used to control or direct behavior. But universal truths, these are found within. They are what you feel when you listen to your own heart, when you quiet the noise and tap into your deeper self. Maintaining a conscious contact with your higher power means tuning into that innate truth that guides each of us. Regardless of what you call it, God, the universe, or something else, this moral compass exists within us all. Personal exploration and connection. One of the most important steps in developing your own concept of God is rigorous honesty with yourself. Over the years, I've found that embracing honesty has empowered the voice inside me to grow stronger, less afraid, and to become a voice I trust. It's the same voice that guides us all, the voice of truth. And by tuning into this, you can develop your own concept of a higher power. Step 2 of the powerful 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous says, "We came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity." Belief in a higher power doesn't have to fit into a neat, predefined box. In fact, faith is about being open to the mystery. It's about admitting that there are things greater than us, things we may never fully understand. As John Lennox argues, both believers and atheists operate on a foundation of faith, whether it's faith in God or faith in science. In order to be an atheist, you still have to place your faith in miracles. Every atheist has to believe the following 6 things. Existence comes from non-existence. Order comes from chaos. Life comes from non-life. The personal comes from the non-personal. Reason comes from non-reason. And morality comes from matter. Look, gang, I'm not claiming to know anything here. I'm really not. I just personally think the complexity and beauty of the universe, DNA, life, morality, point to something bigger. Let's recap. So what have we learned? First, that the systems of belief that we inherit, whether religious or cultural, can actually end up becoming barriers to finding our true connection with the divine. Second, every culture has developed its own concept of God, and you have the right to do the same. Finally, that true faith isn't about following a set of rules. It's about cultivating your own relationship with whatever higher power resonates with you. This journey is personal and unique for everyone. It's about being honest with yourself, trusting your intuition, and developing your own sense of the divine. Don't let anyone or anything tell you what your relationship with God should look like. That's for you to decide. Take some time today to reflect on your own concept of a higher power. Whether it's through contemplation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence, explore what feels true to you. And remember, faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about staying open to the journey. Here at Brinth Lab, we blend physical fitness, mental health, and spiritual principles to help you overcome anxiety and lead a more fulfilling life. You can think of us like your personal trainers for anxiety. We can connect, we can coach you, and we look forward to getting to know you and walking this path together. Remember, the journey is the treasure. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Stay strong and keep experimenting.